Okay.
Splash.
Do big splash.
Bubble.
Well, good start to spring break here. You know, it's nice and sunny and, you know, Eastery looking with all the pretty, you know, green grass and whatnot, and a giant puddle that Ash is playing in. Well, this wind and the sun seems like, you know, a great place to start a vlog. Why not? So, spring break reading vlog. I've already read. I started reading Book Eaters. I can't remember who it's by. It's weird. It's weird. I thought I liked really weird books, but I don't know. This one's strange because it's set in the real world, but then there's also people that eat books, but then there's also people that eat like minds. So yeah, it's really weird. Somebody's already like had their mind like sucked out of their brain, but like they're still alive, but they're just like not themselves anymore. I kind of like that there's going to be more of a history of like these people, maybe these book eaters, and I don't know. It might be kind of cool. I'm also going to read a physical book, but I don't know which one for sure. I'll show you my possibilities. I'm really good. It's going to be very much a mood reading kind of week, mood reading TBR. I guess I should make sure he's okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'll update you when I'm inside and it's not so windy. So the first day of spring break is pretty much over, but it's not really the real break because we still have the baby. So, I mean, it's, you know, we have breaks when he naps and stuff, but basically the Saturday and Sunday at the beginning and end of spring break are still, you know, kind of a hectic time. So we just tried to get a lot done on the house today so that we would have basically Monday through Friday, unless the baby's sick, which is possible. So far he's doing all right, but 5 days this week to actually get some reading done. I'm going to mostly listen to audiobooks, but I do have 2 physical books that I'll show you, one absolutely massive book and one really short book. So I've had these 2 on my TBR for a while, this one longer than the other one. But other than that, everything else is pretty much audio or ebooks. So, which I don't know why I'm reading so many ebooks because they're from the library and they're free and they're right there and I don't have to go to the library to get them. So the first one is, I'm going to finish The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, which I've been trying to finish forever. I've been reading this book for almost a month. I mean, a very long time. Actually, I think it's been over a month. So yeah, I'm really close. I'm reading the audio or the physical, the ebook, and I think I'm at like 85%. So my goal is to finish it in the next few days, hopefully, but I have to pause because I have the 5th book on loan in the Wayward Children series called Come Tumbling Down. And I've been going through this series. I think there's like 8 of them right now. They're tiny little novellas, but I just finished book 4 last month and I wanted to get to book 5. So I went ahead and checked it out from the library and it's due in 3 days. And I don't know if I can renew it or not. It won't show me if there's like if somebody else is in line for it, it won't let you renew it, but it won't show me right now. So I don't know if it's going to let me renew it or not. So just in case, I'm going to go ahead and read this one. I think I'm going to go start right now. It's like 8:15 or something on Saturday night. I'm going to make it as far as I can before my eyes start closing, probably in like an hour or 2. Fingers crossed I can read this one pretty quickly because I can't get the audiobook. The audiobook just like doesn't exist for this book apparently. So I have to read it from the library. And I already have book 5 ready to go. I've got the ebook of that. But anyway, so then I'm also really wanting to read, what else want to read? Oh, Last Tale of the Flower Bride. If I can finish The Secret Society of Irregular Witches, which I don't have much left, and if I can finish the tiny little novella, and, you know, this, then I also want to at least maybe start The Last Tale of the Flower Bride because I have the ebook on hold. It's been coming in like every day and I keep postponing it. So I'm sure it'll come back in here again soon. If it doesn't, I'll read it sometime in April. But I just hear really good things. I think it's like an adult fantasy or something. Maybe it's young adult, but I feel like it's also adult. So I don't really remember anything about it except that it sounded cool and other booktubers have been talking about it. And then I also have the ebook Killjoy by Holly Jackson, which is in the series A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I can't remember if it's set before all of them. I'm pretty sure it's a prequel. I'm pretty sure it's set even before book 1 in the series. And I loved book 1. I thought book 2 was okay. And then book 3 was like amazing. It was like 4.5 stars. It was nearly perfect. So I absolutely loved it. I know some people like book 1 the best, but I loved book 3 because things got crazy. But this is the prequel. So I don't know if I'll like it as well, but I have to read it because it has an emotion in the title, joy. And that has to be, I have to read a book with an emotion in the title for, what's her name? Kayla from Books and Lala, her Buzzwordathon. I've been doing every single month so far this year. I did the last 3 months. And April's word is just as long as it has an emotion in it, you can read that book. So I'm doing Killjoy because it has joy in it, obviously. Last month I did read Joy at Work by Marie Kondo. So I was like this close. I could have counted that one. I should have saved it for this month. But anyway, it's fine. But anyway, that's just, I forgot to say that Killjoy is also a novella. So very, very short. Almost, I think it's like super short. More like even like a short story, possibly. Other than that, I still have some audiobooks. Right now I'm listening to The Book Eaters. I think I mentioned that earlier. And and it's fine. Like I probably can make it through it, but as of right now, it's on track to just be like a 3-star unless things get really good, which they might. There's certain parts of it that strangely remind me of the movie Underworld with Kate Beckinsale. I don't know why. Like sort of different factions of supernatural creatures that know about each other. I don't know. And that the real human world doesn't know about them, but they've got their own like politics and war and stuff going on. So it kind of reminds me of Underworld, which I love Underworld. So that's why I'm gonna keep going. And of course I love books, so, and books about books. And then I definitely have some other audiobooks that I've got like the loans coming in for, or I've got on hold. Wayward Children series, that series too. I've got some audiobooks, but I'll just kind of see where the week takes me. This is just a possible list of books I might read. It'll be really interesting to see like what I actually wind up reading. So yeah, my plan tomorrow is just hang out with the baby, read every now and then during his nap. Oh, I've got to run 4 miles tomorrow, so hopefully I can listen to some audiobooks during that time. But anyway, I'm gonna go read a lot of Come Tumbling Down before the loan expires. Okay, so I just have to really quickly show you my 2 different caffeinated beverages. Oh, wasn't that so satisfying? I, of course, have a coffee, McDonald's coffee mixed with some of my own cold brew because they put like all fake sugar and milk in it, I guess. And then, where's the baby? There he is. Oh, hi, bud. You want to say hi to the vlog? Oh, he's putting it up to my ear. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, it sounds like the ocean. Okay. Oh, he's gone. Okay. Red Monster. When's the last time I had a Red Monster? Ooh. Okay. Actually, it tastes a little more cough medicine-y than I remember. But I figure I need all this to get through to be able to read tonight. Yeah, the bad news is that Ash has been sick. Not like really sick, but just a little sick. So it's Monday. It was the day we were supposed to do absolutely nothing. And instead, we have to keep him home from daycare, which obviously is fine. But I'll update you on reading. I've read half of Come Tumbling Down. It's really good. I like it very much because apparently I like any story that involves like the Jack and Jill storyline and going to the moors and all that. And I just love her writing. It's so good, which considering I hated Middle Game, it's just kind of funny. I'm halfway through that and it's only Monday, so I'm gonna hopefully finish it tonight and then start something else short, maybe like that Killjoy book or maybe Last Tale of the Flower Bride. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see where the week takes me. I've already DNF'd a book. This morning I decided not to continue with The Book Eaters. So I've read 23%, I think it was. It's not for me. I mean, it's fine. It's just not like, it's not about book eating that much. It's like somebody said online, it's more just a commentary on like motherhood and womanhood. And like, I want the fantasy part. I wanted the part about the book eaters. I can see where I might give it like 3 stars. So why waste my time if it's only gonna be a 3-star read? So I DNF'd that one and I just got How to Keep House While Drowning, something like that. It's really short. The whole audiobook's only 3 hours long. So if I listen to it on, I don't know, 1.75 times speed, I mean, I can get through it pretty quickly. So I'm gonna listen to that today when I do a 4-mile run and we'll see if I can like get really far into it. I'll let you know how it goes. I also got the Raven Boys because I hear it's really good and the audiobook was available. So I also got that one just to see, why not? Yes, I'm laying on the floor with a pillow that doesn't have a pillowcase because I'm washing laundry and I just ran 4 miles and the baby's napping and I have to lay down on the floor and prop my feet up for 5 minutes because if not, my blood pressure drops too fast and I get woozy. So I'm just laying here with my feet propped up on the bed and I read half of an audiobook while I was running those 4 miles because it's very short. I read that how to clean house not without really trying. No, while you're drowning. There we go. Without really trying. That would be good. And it was good. Like, it's good. It's almost like you should read it after you read a Marie Kondo book. Like read, Japanese art to tidying up thing. Or decluttering. Yeah, tidying up. Is that what it's called? Yeah. You should read that first because it tells you how to just get everything organized the very first time and you never have to do it again. And then this book is more for like on a daily basis. I feel like they're 2 very different things. And this has given me motivation to not want to have to clean all the time. Like, it's hard for me to let myself have free time and actually just sit and relax and chill. Like right now I'm gonna go prop my feet up and read, but I don't feel like I can because I'm like, oh, but I could be folding my clothes or whatever. And she's like, no, you can take a break. It's okay. So I don't know. I feel like I needed to hear this. She talks a lot about this book being for like neurodivergent people, or not necessarily, but like that too, but also even like if you have anxiety or you're stressed or PTSD or postpartum depression or whatever. But I feel like this book is also really good for people like me who are kind of a perfectionist as well. So I don't know if that's considered neurodivergent. Probably not. Anyway, so it's pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm 50% still through Come Tumbling Down. I'm going to go read some more right now. A DNF Book Eaters. And what was the other one? Oh, I finished another book. I finished a very, the Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and I wound up giving it 4 stars. It was a cozy little fantasy, had some romance in it, which I liked the romance, except I wasn't a huge fan of the actual guy character, but the writing of this book is what sold it to me. The writing is so funny and clever and witty. It's like way better than I imagined it to be. I will read anything from this author again because her writing was so good. I loved it so much. It was so realistic. Liked all the characters. It kind of reminded me of like House in the Cerulean Sea. It very much had those vibes. And I've seen other people compare it to that too, but with more romance, obviously. So, and definitely more magic, I guess. The ending had some twists and turns too. Like there were some big surprise twists at the end. I was like, what? Some of it, the pacing was kind of weird on some of it. Like some parts I felt like the middle would drag on and on, but then the end was like really rushed. So that was my only complaint on that one. Other than that, I will go read some more, and so far so good. Finished a book, DNF'd a book, and halfway through 2 more books, and it's only Monday of spring break, so I'll take it. Well, in a crazy turn of events, I was awake at 5 a.m. this morning, and it's like 6 something right now. Everybody's still asleep. Sorry, the light is like so bright. I've got really bad allergies going on this morning. My throat's killing me. And I think it's because, well, and I have been taking allergy shots too, but it's because I ran 4 miles outside in the pollen yesterday, and the tree pollen's apparently terrible. Anyway, I'm going to drink some tea this morning and read before the baby even gets up. He's probably got an hour and 15 minutes or so left to sleep. So I started last night reading The Last Tale of the Flower Bride. I couldn't decide, what book I was going to read next, but I decided that this one would be something different than reading another short book. I thought about reading Killjoy by Holly Jackson, but then I decided to go with the longer book just for something a little different. It's only like 300 pages, so it's still not like super, super long. And the writing is really good. It's really pretty. It's very flowery, which, is in the title. It's almost fairy tale-esque because it's like these 2 characters meet and then they like kiss like the second they meet, and they're like already in love, they're already married, stuff's already happening. Like a lot's already happened. I'm like 13% into the book, so I'm enjoying it. I also started an audiobook this morning when I was getting ready, and that was The Raven Boys. I don't know why I picked this one. It was available from the library. Everybody loves this book. I'm so afraid I'm not going to like it. I saw one person, Holly, from Holly Hearts Books on YouTube. She gave it 2 stars. I saw that on Goodreads. So I'm like, I'm scared because everybody else gives it 5 stars and says it's one of their favorite series of all time. Right now, for some strange reason, it reminds me of The Outsiders, but with magic. Maybe it's just because it's a group of boys in school. Like, I don't know. They're not a gang. So are they gay? Is it a gang in The Outsiders? It's been so long since I read it. There's like the greasers and the somethings. Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna go make some tea, and I'm gonna read hopefully all day, except I'm gonna be sleepy because I was up at 5 a.m. and only slept 6 hours. So I'll read until my eyes start closing, and then I'll listen to my audiobook and play video games. Yeah, I just forgot that I also finished a book yesterday. I read an entire audiobook yesterday. It was the How to Keep House While Drowning, and it was really good. I gave it 4.5 stars. I would just say the only thing was it didn't give you tips on I know it's literally called How to Clean, so it's not how to tidy up, but like it needed to tell you more about tidying, I guess, like the Marie Kondo's kind of stuff. Like if it had done that, because like it assumes you already have a place for everything. So, obviously that's not even what the title of the book is, not even about that though, so I guess I can't really knock it for that. But anyway, I loved that it was short. It was so short. The whole audiobook is only 3 hours. It has like little main points that it gives you in there and highlights certain things. The chapters are super, super short. It's kind of funny. The audiobook was read by the author herself, so it was really funny. And I would highly recommend it to literally everybody because it convinced me that I don't need to be a perfectionist with my house and that it's okay to take a break. Like today is pretty much a break day. And yes, there's stuff that needs to be done, but it's gonna wait because today I need a break, and it is spring break, and I'm taking 1 day to do absolutely nothing. Well, until the baby gets home from daycare. Well, it wouldn't be a vlog if I didn't vlog while driving, because that's just what I do. It's when I find the time. Sorry, I probably look terrible too. I just ran. I dropped the baby off at daycare and went running. So I'm on my way home and I'm super hot. It's so hot. Oh my gosh, it's like, well, it's 74 degrees, but I don't like running in the 70s. It's too hot. Oh gosh. Anyway, I DNF'd a book just now. I was listening to an audiobook while I was running. I'm embarrassed because I thought I would love it. It's The Raven Boys. So The Raven Boys, I DNF'd it. I cannot read young adult like fantasy. I don't care about anything. There's nothing happening. It's so slow. I know it's a trilogy, so maybe if it were like one book, maybe stuff would happen. But I'm 30% in and like nothing is happening. And there's only one little part that I'm actually remotely intrigued by about these ley lines. I feel like that's the only kind of like mystery, but it's so far in the background because all just random stuff's happening. Maybe it's because I'm listening to the audiobook. Maybe I'm not smart enough to read it. I don't know. I just feel like nothing's connected. I'm like, why are any of these scenes happening? And I don't care about any of the characters. It's one thing if like I loved the characters, but I can't get attached to them. Their names are so stupid. I hate the name Gansey. That's like the stupidest name. I can't stand it. Oh my gosh, I'm DNFing it. Maybe I'll try again later one day as a physical book because it's so many people's like all-time favorite series. So maybe I'll give it another try. Sorry, I'll turn the ear down so it's not so loud. I'm about 37% I think, or 39% through Last Tale of the Flower Bride, and I am loving it. I love it. Right now it's 4 stars. Like it's not gonna be a 5-star. I can just tell. It just doesn't have the 5-star feeling of like an all-time favorite book. But I'm really enjoying it and I can't wait to pick it back up again, which is how I know it's a 4-star and not just like a 3-star. Because 3 stars, I'm just kind of like, take it or leave it. I could pick it up or I couldn't. It's fine. But I'm really enjoying it. So now I'm gonna have to find another audiobook. So, and I did also think about switching back and forth between like a physical book and then the ebook of Last Tale of the Flower Bride, but I'm just so into it right now. I think I should just keep the momentum going while it's going. Behind some slow traffic. Oh my gosh. And here's Ella. There she is. She ran with me this morning. So I don't know. I'll see what kind of audiobook situation I've got going, if there's anything. Oh, I know what it was. It's the next book in the Wayward Children series. That's what I'm going to listen to. I went ahead and got the audiobook. I forgot. Across a Green Grass Field, maybe? I can't remember. I'm on book 6 though, book 6 of 8. So I've only got 3 left and I'm kind of sad because I love this series so much. Every book's been like 4 or 4.5 stars except for like one I think I gave like 3.5. But yeah, I think I'll go start that. It's only a 4-hour audiobook so I can listen to it in like 3 hours. Getting ready to take me a big bath by candlelight. Yeah, 9 a.m. in the morning, but I'm gonna start my audiobook. But before I take my bath, I have to show you my new drink. I've never had a Ghost before, but I keep seeing everybody drinking it, everybody on YouTube. So I think, is it like a YouTuber created thing maybe even? I don't know. It's really fake sugary, but it's not as syrupy and it's pretty sweet though. This one's the orange cream, which I love orange cream because anything like dreamsicle flavored is amazing. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not as good as Monster. So look where we're at, the public library. I just dropped my husband off to hang out with one of his friends at a restaurant, like while I go and do random other stuff. So I am going to go to the public library and get the physical copy of Last Tale of the Flower Bride, which it says is checked in, and then I'm going to go to Starbucks and I'm going to read it. And if I come out of here with another book, then I'm going to be disappointed in myself because I've got too many other books to read. Please don't let me come out of here with another book. Guys, I did it. I only got 1 book. I had some other books in my hand. I was going to start some epic fantasy and sci-fi series, and I was like, no, I don't have time right now. It's like halfway through spring break. This weekend we're going to go to Ashland. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law will be in, so we're gonna hang out with them. So I'm like, I don't have time to read that much, so don't do it. Just listen to audiobooks because that's the only thing you have time to do. But this book is way shorter than I imagined. You can't really tell, but compared to a normal book, it's short for a paperback. I thought it was tall, but it's also not very long. I'm like, why is it taking me this long to read? Anyway, it's very pretty. I love the blue on the cover, and I'm going to go read some more at Starbucks and then pick up the boy from daycare. So guys, just a super quick reading update. I have now read over half of a book that I just started last night because I'm reading these short books and I'm loving it. They're just going so fast. It's kind of great. I used to think I love big books. I even have like 2 shirts that say I love like big books and I cannot lie. But now I'm like, oh, I love short books because I can just get through them so fast and they're just like, you don't have a bunch of unnecessary scenes and stuff. So anyway, I am reading Across the Green Grass Fields, or whatever it's called, something like that, by Seanan McGuire. I'm over halfway. I just started it last night because the audiobook's only 4 hours. I'm speeding it up, so it's like 3 hours. And it's fine, but honestly, it's probably my least favorite so far of all of the books in the Wayward Children series, which I'm really sad about. But it's the first 23% of the book had nothing to do with the Wayward Children series. It could have been any other book. It had nothing to do with the home, the Eleanor West home for wayward children. It had nothing to do with going to another world. It was all just backstory and setup about the main character that I just did not care about. That was the first 23%. Now she's in a world about horses. Don't really care about the horses. There's centaurs, there's unicorns. For some reason, the unicorns don't talk, but the centaurs do. I guess because they have a human part, so that makes sense. But I just don't care. I don't care. There's no stakes. I don't even know where it's going at this point. There's some like queen that she's gonna meet that maybe I'm guessing is also human or something. But as of right now, I just don't care. It's not connected at all to the other books in the series. I don't know. I just don't get this one. It's not for me. So unfortunately right now it's looking to be like a 2.5 star because I'm actively not enjoying it. But I'm obviously going to finish it because it's in the series, although I think it will be my least favorite. But the next book, what is this, book 6, I think, and book 7 returns back to like one of the main characters that we've been following for a couple other books, Cora. So at least I'll be familiar with those characters. But yeah, I'm going to keep listening to it and probably try to finish it today. Today is Thursday, FYI. And then we're going to be going home to Ashland tomorrow, and I'm not going to get as much reading done. So I'm going to try to get through as much of Last Tale of the Flower Bride as I can today. Okay guys, quick update. It's been a while since I've updated you, but I finished Across the Green Grass Field, whatever it's called, something like that, and I gave it 2 stars. I actively did not enjoy this book. I never wanted to pick it up every time I did it. I only read it because it was so short. It's my least favorite of the series, but I can't wait to continue because I know book 7 goes back to following some characters that we have heard of before, like Cora. She's been in them before. I think it's called Where the Drowned Girls Go or something like that. So I'm excited to get back to that one, but I think I'm going to take a break on that series, even though I have the audiobook ready to go for both the next 2 books. Take a break because I've only got 2 left. Maybe said that they'd save them for May, I think. And anyway, I'm about to start, you won't believe this. Oh, I lied. I've already started it. But I just started Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. Sorry, you might hear bells ringing. It's because they got him bells for like his little Easter basket. It's like Easter time now. And we're in Ashland, obviously. And the grandparents are, you know, spoiling the baby. But I started Nevernight. And I thought I'd either love it or hate it. Because everybody usually seems to either love it or hate it. And I hated with a burning passion Empire of the Vampire. I thought it was so ridiculous and over the top and stupid. The writing style was just, it's like if you walked into Hot Topic is what I compare it to. So I was afraid that this would be the same way, and so far it's not. So far I'm actually kind of enjoying it, although I've just barely started it. It's a 20-hour long audiobook, so I could speed it up and probably read it in like 15, somewhere between 10 and 15 hours, but it's still really long. So wish me luck. I'll keep you updated. I've also read a lot of Last Tale of the Flower Bride, which I don't have in my hand at the moment, but I still have the physical copy. I will update you more on that one later, but I'm not liking it as much as I did before, and I'm really sad. It's really going downhill. It's slow and boring, and I don't care about the parts that are in the past, and I'm like done with it. This is almost like it could be a novella or a short story or something at this point. Because I want to know more that's going on in the present. I just don't really feel like there's any like big themes or anything. Like everything's not really even happening for a reason. I feel like there is going to be some big reveal, but I don't know if the big reveal is going to be worth all this. So I've only got 80 pages left, and I'll let you know when I finish it, which will definitely be this weekend at some point. But it might be the last book I finish, because I don't think I'm going to finish Nevernight. That's just not going to happen. So even if I just finish that, I will have read a lot of books, and I'll wrap it all up at the end on Sunday night when we get back. So anyway, yeah, happy Easter. Guys, I'm sad because spring break is over and I'm back at school, as you can tell where I'm filming right now. I'm in the back storage room. So I just thought I'd wrap up what I read over spring break, because I read 5 books in 1 week. That's crazy. And I actually got to read some stuff physically, which is nuts, but also I DNF'd 3 other books. So I read like part of 8 different books, which is like a lot for me. So really quickly, I read... put you over there. I read The Last Tale of the Flower. Wait, why am I doing this one first? I don't know. I guess because I haven't, you know what? Let's go in backwards order. I just finished Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. I've not given you my final rating on this. I ended up giving it just 3 stars. The first half was definitely a good solid 4-star. I was pretty excited about it. It dragged on. This could have been like a novella. It dragged on. It just was so repetitive in the middle. Nothing mattered until the end. Like the only reason I kept going, honestly, was because I just wanted to see if there was enough payoff at the end. Not really. Like the ending just was like, okay, now here's the big twist. Okay, the end. I don't think it really paid off. I would not honestly probably recommend this. I liked Mexican Gothic better as far as just like a Gothic story and kind of a creepy house setting. This just didn't do it for me. It's very flowery language though, and I think I would read more by this author. Before that, I read the 2 Wayward Children's books that I read this month. First I did, and I'll have to do them in this order because it'll only make sense if I tell you the first one I read in the series, which of course was book 5, called Come Tumbling Down, which I gave 4.5 stars, 4.5 stars too. It's one of my favorites because it's about Jack and Jill, so I loved it. I then unfortunately read Across the Green Grass Fields, which I only gave 2 stars to. It was by far my least favorite in the series. I will never read this one again. If I ever reread the series, which I probably will, I will be skipping this one because the world did not interest me. The plot, like, there just really wasn't much of one compared to the other ones. And the character was not interesting, and it was a brand new character. And like, we just don't see any of the magic from the normal world, or that we're introduced to throughout all the other books. And I've just recently started book 7, and it's so much better. So apparently I just like ones that are kind of set with the same characters and even some of the same lands that we've heard of before. Before that, I read How to Keep House While Drowning, and this was super short. I read it in one day, listened to the audiobook, gave it 4.5 stars. I loved it. The only thing I thought could be different about it, which I know that's not even the point of the book though, is about how to keep house. It doesn't mention like how to kind of tidy up to start with. It's more just how to do like little daily tasks, whereas something like the Marie Kondo method is about how to like organize from the beginning and then how to keep it tidy. So really, if you read it in conjunction with that book, it would probably be perfect. The chapters were super short. It was just very well laid out and to the point, and just nothing like I think that's another reason I didn't give it 5 stars. Nothing like brand new information, but really good to know that I already kind of know these sentiments and feel these things, but then this helped me to realize that like, oh hey, I'm on the right track and I'm doing what I should be doing. And before that, I finished my first book of spring break, which was The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, which I gave 4 stars to, and gave me more hope and cozy fantasy after not liking Legends and Lattes like at all. This one obviously was more of a romance. The first like half was definitely my favorite. I did like the twist at the end. There's like 2 twists at the end. I really liked those. Those were really cool. And I mean, I enjoyed the plot as well, and the characters were fun. It did remind me a lot of House of the Cerulean Sea with the characters. And then I did think that the writing was probably the thing that stood out the most to me. The writing style, it was so funny and whimsical and like so well worded, and there would be sentences that actually made me laugh out loud. So I would definitely recommend this book to pretty much everybody. The 3 books that I DNF'd first, The Book Eaters at 23%. Just didn't care about anything that was happening. It wasn't really as much about book eating as it was other stuff going on, so didn't like it. DNF The Raven Boys at 29%. Maybe I just have to give it more of a chance, and because everybody loves this series so much, but maybe it's too YA for me. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again one day physically. The other book I just recently DNF'd and have not updated you on since I really started reading it is Nevernight by Jay Kristoff at 11%. I just found myself like, I think it'll be good. I actually think I will give this one another shot physically. I actually do think I'll enjoy it. However, every time I thought about listening to the audiobook, I was like, oh, I'd rather listen to this podcast. I'd rather listen to this YouTube video. I'd rather listen to music. I'd rather listen to nothing. So if I'm picking nothing and silence over reading this book, I must not be enjoying the book. Like, I could just never bring myself to open it the last few days. And I think I'm burnt out on reading a little bit too, just like reading so many books over the break. So maybe I just need to give it some time. I think I will try this one again, maybe over the summer, and maybe try and read it physically, because there's a lot of info dumping and stuff at the beginning, it seems like, where I've got to learn a lot of like names and places and stuff about their world, like a lot of world building. And I think it's going to be cool. I actually think I'm not going to hate it as much as I did Empire of the Vampire. Yes, there's some ridiculous like metaphors and stuff in here, but it's not so hot topic-y as Empire of the Vampire was. So those are all the books I read. I read like a lot of pages, and I'm super excited about it. Hopefully I'll get to read a lot this summer too. So anyway, for right now though, I'm gonna take a little bit of break on reading. Although, like I said, I did start book 7 in the Wayward Children series. Anyway, let me know down below if you've read any of these books, and hopefully you enjoyed my spring break vlog, and now it's back to work. So I'll see you again later. Bye.